Staff Rose Cancer Charity was started nearly 16 years ago. Every year we support over 350 people with about 2,500 sessions, and these will be information sessions with our nurses, counselling, nutrition, lymphedema, an amazing range of complementary therapies and also support groups as well. People can come at any stage of a cancer diagnosis with any type of cancer, 18 and over. And also all our support and therapies are available to friends and family and carers as well.
So I got diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer in September last year, just before I turned 30, which was obviously awful, doesn't really describe it. Kind of turns your whole world upside down and you feel completely lost, to be honest.
I first came to Staff Rose about 6 or 7 years ago. I'd been diagnosed with a form of blood cancer back in 2006, but I hadn't needed any treatment. It was one of these things where it's just watch and wait. And then in 2017 I had to have my first course of chemotherapy, and after that I came to Staff Rose for support because I didn't know anybody else who was in my position, and I just can't believe it's now 7 years since I'm still coming here. I've had altogether 3 lots of chemotherapy, and as I say, the support has been absolutely brilliant, really good.
Kind of the process of getting diagnosed, you go to the breast clinic, you have all your biopsies, all your tests done, you go through so many appointments before you even see your oncologist. By the time you see your oncologist, you don't really know what's going on anymore. You just want a plan. You don't know if you're dying, if you're going to be okay, and it's just, I don't think I can put into words how stressful the whole experience is. So I started treatment in November, which was 6 rounds of chemo, which I've thankfully done with now. I finished that a couple of months ago, and now I'm on treatment for life. So there's kind of no escaping from the cancer. Your whole life changes, and you can't plan more than 3 months ahead because you've got scans coming up. You have to change your thought processes, your behaviour, everything about your life changes. And so I kind of found out about Staff Rose because I found this support group of women that had been going through the same thing as I am, and they all use Staff Rose. A couple of weeks after I see my oncologist for the first time, this letter comes in the post, and I just sort of freaked out. I remember just opening it, reading, and sitting on the floor in my kitchen and crying because I didn't know what was going on or who to talk to. You sort of think when you get cancer that you have an oncologist at your beck and call, and that's not the reality. I mean, the NHS are incredible and I love my oncologist, she's great, but you see them sporadically. And so if you think of questions in between, you can email them, but there's not really that outlet for going through your notes and just sort of understanding what's going on. So I messaged this group of women and said, I don't know what's happening. I've got this letter, I don't know what some of these words mean. I know it doesn't change my treatment plan, but I just don't understand what's going on in my own body, and that's terrifying. And I think within about 5 minutes, I got 20 messages back from these women saying, go to Staff Rose, go and see the nurses at Staff Rose, they're amazing. I thought, okay, I really need to go and talk to Staff Rose now. So yeah, I called them and I got in to see Tina, the nurse, the next week, and we just sat down. She took all of the notes that I brought with me and we went through it line by line, step by step. We talked about what each of the words meant. We talked about what my treatment plan was and why it was a great treatment plan. And I kind of left just feeling like, okay, I can do this. It's like I'd regained this little bit of control again, this bit of understanding about what was going on, and that, yeah, meant the world to me.
Today I've been to Pilates, which explains why I've got my legs out. We've also had an art therapy class. On Thursday I come to a craft group, and there's always something going on here, and of course the shop is a big attraction as well. But I've met so many lovely people, and it's just great to speak to somebody who's in the same boat as you. Sometimes you just can't talk to your own family because it's too close, and sometimes you just don't want to worry them. But coming here, everybody just opens up and you know you're quite safe, which is lovely. Yeah.
So I walked in and it was November, freezing cold outside, raining, and they had the fire going and there was comfy sofas and it was just really warm and cosy and so different from all of my other experiences. You go to so many appointments, you spend your life in the hospital or at the GP and it's all very clinical, which is fine, but you kind of get to the point of feeling you smell the hospital or you see the hospital lighting and there's this trauma response that comes up because you remember how you felt at your diagnosis, you're back in that room and you come here and you can talk about it freely and people treat you like they do at the hospital where they're sort of not scared to talk about cancer. You don't get that awkward head tilt that you get elsewhere and you don't get pity. You just kind of get wrapped up in this like warm, we know what we're doing, we've got you feeling, and the whole building emulates that as well. So yeah, it was just lovely to have somewhere to go that was not clinical, that felt really homely and safe. So that was my first impression really. Because I was going through chemo, I was being a bit careful about groups and trying to like limit my contact with people. So I'm hoping I can start using some of the like fun therapies like massages soon, just to kind of relax me and get me back into the swing of life a bit. But one of the lovely things about staff rowers is they take care of your family and carers as well. So whilst I've come to see the nurses and the nutritionists to talk about those like practical things and emotional support from them both as well, my family and my husband have been able to come and get away from our situation a little bit, so use some of the other services like hypnotherapy, counselling, Reiki, massage. I think we've been through